Hi dreamers, welcome back. I have a super fun and exciting video for you today, and one that was extremely hard to prepare for. This is the ride or die tag that was started by Jaclyn Hill just a few days ago, and I've been watching a ton of people's videos, and I thought that would be such a challenge to do, to pick my single favorite product from each category. And it was a challenge, let me tell you. And I have all my goodies sitting right over here, and it just makes me happy. It makes me happy to look at them and know how much I really love all of these products. So these are my absolute favorite products from each category. I'm gonna go through them in the order that I put them on my face, and I am wearing almost all of them right now. There are a couple of different lip products because I can't wear more than one lip product at a time, and we'll just get started. And I'm gonna start again like the order I put them on my face. So my favorite primer, I've only had a little sample of it, and I loved it enough to call it my holy grail. I am planning on purchasing a full size of this. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, the pore minimizing. It is oil free. I used this sample completely up, and I am so sad that it is gone, but this primer is amazing. I've tried a lot of different pore filling primers, and they did a okay job of filling my pores, or they did a great job of filling my pores, but my foundation didn't look great, or it didn't really help my foundation to last. It kind of broke it down. But this just meets all of my expectations. It fills in my pores, it makes my skin look flawless, my foundation looks flawless. I need some more of this. For foundation, again, this was a little bit of a tough call because I have quite a lot of foundations that I like. But if I had to get rid of everything in my collection, this is the one that I would keep. This is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I have this in medium 1.5 Valerus. I'm never gonna learn how to say that. But I absolutely love this. I will have a full review and wear test and demo of this product coming up very soon because you guys have requested that. I went to go buy the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation when I purchased this. I got this one instead because the color I thought matched me a little bit better. And we had our differences at the beginning, and now that I have found my sweet spot with it, I just absolutely love it. I love the way that it makes my face look. I think that it doesn't look like I have a lot of foundation on, but it gives amazing coverage, and I just absolutely love it. For concealer, again, this was really hard. It was a toss-up between three. The NARS concealer, the NYX concealer, and this one. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. And I have this in medium light neutral. I really like this concealer, and it won over the other two. I think that the NARS has a little bit better coverage. The NYX is a lot more affordable and is very, very similar to the two. But this one, there's just something about it that it does a great job of covering. I like the way that it feels. It's very easy to set. It never creases on me. And so that is my absolute favorite concealer. For setting my under eye, my favorite setting powder is from this e.l.f. contour kit, and it is this banana powder that is in there. It is my favorite way to set my under eyes. I've tried all sorts of things, and there are some that are more brightening. The Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, I absolutely love that. I really like the e.l.f. under eye setting powder. It's a little bit sparkly for me at times though. And I've tried baking, and I've tried all sorts of things, but I love this one because it's simple. I can just take my brush, I can just pat on that powder. It doesn't look powdery, it sets my concealer, it lasts all day, and it's just fantastic. And this whole little thing is $6, so you can't beat that. For bronzer, my absolute favorite has been for a very long time, and you'll see when I show this to you, that I have put a lot of love into this bronzer. This is Kat Von D's Everlasting Face Shape Bronzer in Shady Business 1. There is a Shady Business 2 that is a bit more sparkly, but this one is just, it does have a tiny bit of shimmer to it, but once you apply that to your skin, you can't really see the glow and the shimmer to it except for just a hint. It gives you just the right amount of bronze, just a slight bit of glow, and it is absolutely just perfect. For blush, I had to go with another Kat Von D product, and I swear this is the last, no, I take it back. There's one more Kat Von D. Yeah, one more Kat Von D product in here, but this has been my favorite blush for a very long time. This is Kat Von D's Truth. And I love this blush. I've used the heck out of it and it doesn't look like I have. But I love, love, love this blush because it's this very pretty pink color. It's not too pink, it's not Barbie. It has just a hint of that mauve in there. It really goes with just about every look. It is what I have on my cheeks right now. I know that no matter what look I'm wearing, I can pull this out and it's going to look great. It's also not shimmery. I like shimmery blushes. I have quite a few shimmery blushes, but when I'm talking about something that is my ride or die, something that I don't want to give up, I want a matte blush because I don't want to use a bronzer that maybe has a little bit of glow and a highlight and a shimmery blush. I'm almost 40 years old. I don't want to look like a disco ball. I want to look refined and elegant and put together, and I think that a matte blush does that better than anything. For highlight, this was kind of a no-brainer. This was one that, just like the bronzer and the blush, I really didn't have to struggle with picking this one, and that is the Too Faced Candlelight Glow. I absolutely love, love, love this highlight because you can dip into this side and get a pink highlight. You can dip into this side and get a more white highlight, or you can mix the two together, which is what I usually do, and get this very beautiful sort of champagne-y glow. Again, it goes with just about every look. It is what I have on right now. It is a good highlight without being over the top or being too subtle. I think it is just absolutely perfect. Okay, brows. For brows, my absolute favorite product, no matter what I do, and I have two different shades of this, but my favorite is the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, and I have this in ebony. I also have it in auburn, but with my hair color right now being a little bit darker, the ebony works really great. I kind of, sometimes I'll pull out and I'll use both because my hair is purple. So the auburn, the darker part of the auburn and the darker part of the ebony really work well together. But that is, you can't really see my brows. That is what I have on my brows right now. I just have the ebony on. I have both shades. No matter what, I know that I can count on that. I'm not really a pencil person, I'm a powder person. My brows don't really need filling in, they just need some darkening up. So I go for a powder every single time, and that is my absolute favorite. If you've not tried a powder for your brows instead of a pencil, I do recommend giving it a try. There are quite a few really great options at the drugstore. Makeup Revolution has a fantastic brow product that you could give a try without spending quite this money. But these last forever. And you can see I've got a couple of really good dents in there, and I've been using this a lot. So it's, in my opinion, it's worth the money. You know, I forgot to mention something when we were talking about face products, and that is my favorite powder. I do have quite a small collection of powders. I tend to prefer a pressed powder. But if I had to give up every single powder that I have and keep only one, I would want to go for a loose powder because there's so many more things that you can do with it. And this powder, which is the Air Spun powder, you can get this at Walmart. I have the translucent extra coverage. If you can get past the sort of old lady perfumey smell that this has, You can set your makeup with it and it doesn't look very cakey with just a very light dusting. You can set your under eyes with it. You can bake with it. It's just an all-around powder that works for everything. And so that's the one I would go with if I could only use one single powder. All right, let's go back to where we were in the order, and that is eyes. My holy grail eye primer is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. I think that this one is just as good as some of the higher end products that I love. The Too Faced, the Urban Decay, I absolutely love those, but this one is just as good, and the price point is like $3 or $6. It is much, much lower. I think it does the exact same job. So if I like something drugstore just as much as high-end, I'm gonna go with the lower cost one every single time. I love this thing. I've been using it every day. It's just, if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. For eyeshadow, this was probably the most difficult choice to make because I'm not really a no makeup girl. I don't really go for that natural look. I don't go for subtle on the eyes. And so when I'm looking at some of the palettes that I have that I really love, I'm thinking, you know, I really like this. Like for example, the Urban Decay Naked 3. I love that palette. It is one of my all-time favorites. But for the only thing I would have for the rest of my life, it doesn't have enough spice for me. And then some of the other palettes that I was looking at that I absolutely love, my Kat Von D Monarch palette, my Kat Von D Interstellar palette, some of my Too Faced palettes that I absolutely adore, they have too much spark. I'm not going to be able to do a toned down look and a really fun, hyped up colored look. So after going through my eyeshadows for what seemed like forever, I finally came across an eyeshadow palette that I've been talking to you guys about a lot recently and that has been a favorite for a very long time. And that is the Too Faced Romantic Eyes palette. This is not available at Ulta or Sephora anymore, but it is available on the Too Faced website. What I love about this palette, and you can see I've put a lot of love into this palette, is that it has shimmer shades, it has matte shades, it has light shades, it has dark shades, it has cool, it's pretty much mostly a cool palette, which is what I tend to lend to. You know, some of my other favorite Too Faced palettes, the Matte Eyes palette, which I don't think is available anymore, it has some warm tones in it, it has some blues in it. It's not something that, you know, I would use every single color. With this palette, I love every single color. I love every single look that I come up with. I think that I wouldn't get bored with this for a very long time because it does have a really good variety of shades. I can go all matte, I can go all shimmer, I can mix them together. It has a really good transition shade. It has some great dark shades. It's got some really nice sparkly shades, some great beige shades. It just has everything that I'm looking for in a palette. So that would have to be my holy grail eyeshadow palette. For eyeliner, I'm going to put two in here. And the reason why I'm going to put two is because I use them for completely different reasons. I have a pencil and I have a liquid. I use a pencil for doing my tight line and my waterline. My absolute favorite pencil for that is the Fiona Styles Ultra Smooth Waterproof Eye Defining Pencil in Coventry. That is what I have on right now. It just is so dark and so black, so smooth, so creamy, so easy to apply. It stays on my tight line all day. It doesn't go anywhere. It stays on my waterline for probably half the day, which is more than I can say about any other eyeliner that I have tried in my waterline. And even, you know, by the end of half the day, it's starting to wear off. It's still partially there on my lower lash line and sort of the outer rim of my waterline by the end of the day. So it doesn't completely wear off. And by the end of the day, I'm talking 12, 14, 16-hour days that I have. I'm not talking, you know, 4, 6, 8 hours. I have very, very long days. So I'm very particular about my eyeliner. Choosing my favorite liquid liner was, again, a bit of a challenge because I have two that really come close together. In second place is my Starlooks Luxe Long Eyewear. I've talked to you guys about that quite a few times, but the one that won out is the Kat Von D inked liner in Trooper, and the reason why this one won out over the other is just because of the brush applicator. It is so easy to apply. It is so dark. Mine is starting to run out, so the color is not quite as dark. I do need to get over and purchase another one, but it never fails me. It always looks good. It's very easy to apply. Even if you have slightly crepey eyelids like I do, this really works great, so that one has to be my favorite. For mascara, again, this was a bit of a tough decision because I do have some favorites, and I have favorites for different reasons. But if I had to get rid of like the Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes, which was my favorite for just everyday wear, or my Too Faced Better Than Sex, which is my favorite going out mascara, this one is like the two of those mascaras got together and had a baby, and they meet in the middle. This one is great for every day. I think that the Too Faced Better Than Sex is a little too much just for like an everyday I'm going to work mascara. And the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes is not enough for if I want to go out and have those bigger lashes. So the one that meets those in the middle is the Fiona Styles Ultimate Lash Icon Volumizing Mascara. It is what I have on right now. It gives you really great length, really great volume. One coat of this is great for a subtle day. 2 coats is what I usually wear on a regular everyday basis. With 3 coats, I can go out and have va va voom lashes. I really love the brush on this. It's just fantastic for really getting in between those lashes, really getting that volume pumped up, really getting nice separation without any kind of clumpiness. So that is my ride or die mascara. Let's see, false eyelashes was one of the things that Jaclyn Hill had asked about, and I don't wear false eyelashes very often. In fact, the last time I wore false eyelashes was New Year's Eve, and we are at the end of summer. So I just don't have the patience. I get up in the morning at like the last possible minute before I have to be at work, and I work sometimes 7 days a week. I wear makeup 7 days a week. I do not always have the patience to sit there and try to fiddle with false lashes. But when I do wear false lashes, I like something like these Ardell Natural Wispies. I like the fact that they are wider at the outside. I think that it gives me a much better shape for my eye. If you have hooded eyes, I would absolutely recommend a shape like this that gives you more of that cat eye, that lift look. I think these Ardell ones are very easy to apply, even for someone like me who kind of sucks at applying false eyelashes. Lips. There were 3 different categories that I wanted to talk to you about. The first one is gloss. Jaclyn Hill had asked about gloss, and while I'm not a very big gloss wearer, I do have a favorite formula, and that is the Buxom lip glosses. I like this formula because I think that they last a little bit longer. I don't mind sort of the minty feeling. This one is in Cure Royale, and I really like this color as well. So if I wear a gloss, which, you know, again, I don't have all that many glosses, and I tend to kind of shy away from them. I have long hair, gloss gets stuck in it. I'm constantly like drinking out of my Dr. Pepper tin can, or I'm snacking on something and the gloss just kind of gets everywhere. So I tend to like something that isn't going to move all over my face. For lipstick, my absolute favorite lipstick, and one that anytime I go to purchase like a new high-end lipstick, I take this one with me and I say, this is my favorite. I don't want this exact shade, but I want something sort of similar. And I don't think that they make this anymore. This is the Too Faced Living in Sin lipstick. I know that they definitely don't have this packaging anymore, but they may still have the color. And this color is just, oh, I just cannot get over it. It's this beautiful plummy color, and it just, no matter what I do, I keep coming back to this. And I don't wear it as often as I should because I keep thinking I'll pull it on and be like, but they don't make this anymore. And I don't want it to end. So, but that it is my favorite color lipstick of all time. For liquid lipstick, which is what I have on my lips right now, my absolute favorite is the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in Pasadena. I won't say that this is my favorite liquid lipstick formula because I haven't tried a ton of them. I really do like the Kat Von D formula, but this Ofra one, it's not tremendously drying. It is, I mean, you can definitely tell that this is on your lips, but I can wear it day after day after day and it doesn't dry out my lips. I love this color, and this came in a subscription box. When this runs out, I will definitely be buying another one because I love this color, and every time I wear it, I get a lot of compliments. Okay, the very last thing that was in the ride or die tag that Jacqueline asked about was perfume. And my ride or die perfume, my favorite, my signature scent, the one that I don't wear unless I'm going someplace special because it is very expensive, is Dior's Pure Poison. I wish that I could afford to wear this every single day of my life because I absolutely love the way it smells. Ugh. I love it. But for most days, I'm going through samples that I've received, or, you know, things like that, roller balls, you know, sort of less expensive things that I'm trying to go through, and I save this one for the special occasions. I will get to the point where I'm sure I've used up all those samples and all those roller balls and things that I have, and then I will focus on this, and hopefully by then I will have a little bit more extra income than I do now, which is none. So anyway, that was everything. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you have any questions about any of these products or any of the other things that I mentioned, or, you know, if I mentioned something that's high end and you want to know what's my favorite drugstore, just leave a comment down below, ask me. I'll be happy to answer all of those questions. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.